For Christmas, I got the Sony BDP-S6700 model Blu-ray player. The reason I asked for this for Christmas was because they said that they could upscale 2D movies to 3D, and I am a big fan of 3D movies. And a lot of movies are not being made in 3D anymore, and there's a lot of old classics that I thought I would really like to see in 3D that were never made in 3D. Online, though, I've read that a lot of people have had trouble getting it to work, and a lot of people claim that it only works for DVDs, it doesn't work for Blu-rays. So when I first plugged it in and put a movie in, I started with a DVD, and I could not get it to work. The movie was playing, I hit the options button on the remote, and went to 3D, and it gave you the option of simulated 3D. I selected that, moved it to high, and when the movie resumed playing, it was like a split screen, but it wasn't just two images, it was three images, but not overlapping. They were basically stacked on top of each other. So it took me a long time. There's nothing in the instructions about it, and I haven't found any other videos online talking about it. So I started playing around, and I ended up getting it to work, and here's how I did it. So not while you're playing a movie, just on the regular home menu for the Blu-ray player. Go to Setup, and these are the things I did. The first thing I did was attempt a software update. It said that I didn't need to do a software update, that it was already up to date, but I would do that just in case. The next thing I did was go to Screen Settings, and on 3D Output Setting, make sure it's on Auto. They give you the option of selecting a screen size, and I have this hooked up to my 3D projector, so I just put it at 86 inches. I think that's about what my screen size is. TV type, select 16.9 for a typical movie size frame. Screen format, put it on full. DVD aspect ratio, I have mine on letterbox. Cinema conversion mode, I have that set to auto. Output video resolution, have that set to auto as well. .24p output, and 4K output, I have that set on auto 1, even though my projector is not 4K, my projector is only HD. And that was it. When I put the movie in, I started playing in regular mode. I hit the options button and went to 3D, and at that time it allowed me to select either low, medium, or high quality. I selected high quality, and then it basically overlapped the images just like a normal 3D movie would. Some of the effects were, not so great, but depending on the angle of the camera and how much of the image is in the foreground and how much of it's in the background, some of it looked really, really good. I think it just kind of depends on how dynamic the shots are in the film. If you have something that's just a lot of close-ups and not a lot of depth, you're not going to see a whole lot. But if you have some images, like I was watching The Bourne Identity, and Jason Bourne's hanging off the edge of a building with the ground far below him, and it looked really good. And same thing for car chases and stuff like that. When a car goes by, it looks like it's coming right out at you. And it works for both DVD and Blu-rays. So I'm not sure why some people haven't been able to get it to work for a Blu-ray disc. but I tested it out on both DVD and Blu-ray movies that were not shot in 3D, and the effect worked.
No way. On to the next. Punch and ball. Get the Samsung Galaxy S9 for just $9 per month in Sprint.
Oh my god! Hey, look at no. Oh my god! This is so freaky.
We really need to get away to the mini getaway sales and get more into the world.
Still going.
More out into the world.
Maybe it's because you dumped the remote on the orange juice.
More roads. Like this, and this. And right above me.
Nothing's wrong with the disc, so we'll put it into the Blu-ray. And by the way, this thing was working just fine last night. There's nothing cosmetically wrong with it. Let's just push in the fucking thing. What is that sound?
That's all it does now. Doesn't matter what button I push on the remote. Doesn't matter how many times I power the device off and turn it back on.